What would you do if you found a glitch? That lets you legally rob a casino? No masks, no guns, just math. One teenager did exactly that, and instead of running with the money, he gave it all away. But here's the weird part. What he gave it to, and why, is more shocking than the win itself. This isn't a Robin Hood fantasy. This is a real story. One that the casino industry hopes you never hear. Casinos don't make mistakes. At least, that's what they want you to think. They spend millions on cybersecurity, randomness algorithms, and game theory simulations. All to make sure the house always wins. But every now and then, a bug slips through. A single decimal. A line of broken code. And when it does, it takes someone truly unusual to find it. Not a hacker, not a pro gambler, but a teenager. He was 17. He wasn't a gambler. He was a coder, a loner. The kind of kid who builds custom PCs just to run Linux for fun. One night, he stumbled across a flashy online casino app. It was designed for mobile, slick UI, rigged like the rest. But he wasn't trying to play, he was trying to break it. See, he had this habit. Whenever he downloaded a new app, he ran it through something called a packet sniffer. Basically, it lets you see the data your phone sends and receives, even the stuff it's not supposed to show. And that's when he saw it. A weird value in the jackpot calculation. Something off. To most people, it'd look like random numbers, but to him it screamed exploit. So he tested it, again and again, and he realized the game wasn't random. The slot machine wasn't resetting its seed fast enough. That meant, if you played at the exact right moment, you could predict the next spin. He didn't tell anyone, not his parents, not his friends. Instead, he built a bot. A simple script that would scan for timing delays and auto-spin at the perfect microsecond. He loaded $50, let it run. 2 hours later, he was up $11,000. But it didn't stop. The more the bot played, the more it won. The glitch wasn't just in slots, it was in blackjack, roulette, even the daily rewards. By week 2, he had $1.4 million. All traceable, all legal. Because technically, he was just playing the game. He never hacked it. Now here's where the story should turn dark, right? Run with the money, hide it offshore, buy a mansion. But him? He didn't spend $1, not even on a pizza. Instead, he opened a private GitHub repo and uploaded every single script he used. Then he emailed the casino. You left your vault open. I walked in. I left everything where it was. But here's the blueprints. You're welcome. Then, he sent the full $1.4 million to a fund that paid off medical debt for strangers, people he'd never meet. Why would someone do this? Why walk away from a life-changing fortune? Some called him a saint. Others called him an idiot. But the truth? He had been broke his whole life. His mom had nearly died 2 years earlier because they couldn't afford surgery. A stranger's donation saved her. So when he saw other families in the same boat, he knew exactly what the money was really worth. Not Ferraris, not a crypto portfolio, but freedom. The casino, they patched the glitch within 72 hours, never mentioned him publicly, never thanked him. But that doesn't matter, because somewhere out there, over 200 families opened envelopes that read, "Your medical debt is paid." No signature, no name, just paid. And that's the thing about real genius. It doesn't always show up in headlines. Sometimes it's just a quiet kid with a keyboard who rewrites the odds and then disappears. If you think this story deserves to be seen, share it. Because maybe, just maybe, the world needs to hear more about the people who doesn't take the money, even when they could. Like, subscribe, and comments your thoughts. What would you have done with $1.4 million?